everybody, welcome to Friday's Functional Fit. Lovely to have you with me as ever, I'm Kirsty. If it's your first time with us this week, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the workout. It's basically a full body workout. We work on connecting our minds and muscles, getting to know our bodies. We're going to move through lots of different moves with different body parts. We're going to take it right back to basics. We're going to learn how to do things from scratch. Really simple workout, really easy to follow, but really good for challenging yourself. We're going to learn how to do safe, sustainable movements, and as I say, full body workout. If I'm doing a certain number of reps, so if I'm doing 10 reps or 12 reps, just do as many as you can in the time. You don't feel like you have to complete every single rep. We're all going to go at different levels, at different paces, we've all got different speeds, so try and keep up if you can, but if you feel like you need to drop down and do a little bit less, do a little bit less. Absolutely fine, just do what you can. So we're going to start with a nice full body warm up today, so make sure you've got a mat or a comfortable surface to work on. We're going to be down on the ground quite a lot. Make sure you've got a drink of water with you as well, and we'll get ready to work. So hope you're all feeling okay, hope you're all feeling ready to warm up. I'm just going to check my camera angle. I feel like it's a little bit dark. Let me see if I can reset. There we go, that's a bit better. Okay, so we're going to start down on the ground. So we're going to do some thoracic openers, so opening up in our T-spine. So we're going to come down on hands and knees. So a nice neutral back, nice and flat. Don't round it off and don't scoop it out too much. Nice flat back. What we're going to do is we're going to take our right hand and we're going to thread it under. So reaching through the other side, and then we're going to open it up and stretch out that back. So under and then coming up. So we're going to do that together. We're going to go 3 on each side, so starting on the right. Okay, so let's go. Number 1. And then just open up through that spine, so don't move your whole body, keep everything flat, stretching up. Number 2, so reaching through until you feel that rotation, and then stretch it up. Last one on this side, and up. Good. We're going to pop our right hand down, left hand does the stretching, so reset your stance if you need to. And we're going to go for 3. So reaching through, threading the needle, and then opening up and stretching through that back. Number 2. Last one, really reach down and reaching up, opening up through that back. Lovely. We're going to finish stretching off the back. We're going to come and lie down nice and flat. We're going to have our hands under our chins, so elbows bent, and we're going to have our toes on the ground, so tops of our feet on the ground, and we're just going to come up and hold and then release back down. So we're going to go for 5 back openers. So hands under chin, feet flat on the ground. Let's go for 5. So up, hold, release. Up. So we're just stretching through that lower back, holding it for a second and releasing. Come up. Try and come up as high as you can without hurting yourself. So really pull that chest and head up without straining your neck. 2 more. Last one, and release. Good. Bring it back up. So we've opened up through our back, through the top of our back and the bottom of our back. We are going to go for our hips now. So we're going to come up as you can into our plank position. Come back a little bit. And we're just going to bend one leg in, dropping into a pigeon pose, and then swapping over. So we just bend one leg in front. You don't have to drop all the way down. Just come to where it's comfortable for you, and then switching over. So get ready in your high plank position. We're going to go 3 on each side again, or just as many as you can. So let's go. So 1 on the right, 1 on the left. So just wait on the ground so you can feel that stretch through the back and through the hips. Other side, drop your toes, and then come up and back. So 1 more on each side. Feeling that nice release through the hips. Whew. Good, excellent. We're going to roll over, come into a seated position. So we're sitting back on our sit bones. So you can adjust to make sure you're just really sitting back onto those sit bones. Stand up nice and tall, sitting up. Sorry, sitting up, not standing up. Feet come on the ground in front. We're going to use our hands as support. So we'll keep our backs nice and straight. So we're not slumping down. Make sure you keep your chest forward, heart going forward. And we're just going to drop our knees
side to side, and returning to our set position in between. So what you want to do is try and keep your sit bones on the ground. So when you drop your knees, don't lift your bum up to get your knees down. Keep your bum on the ground the whole time and just see how far you can drop those knees. So I can't go all the way to the ground. If you can, amazing. If you can't, that's fine. Just keep wiggling about, just keep moving your feet, trying to get into a comfortable position. See how far you can get down while keeping those sit bones on the ground. So you start to ease it through. You might start to be able to drop one knee. A few more, let's just keep going till it feels more comfortable. Good. So let's do one more each side. Excellent, finishing off, good. So we've worked through our hips now, we've eased off that through into our knees, we're starting to work our legs. Let's work into the back, let's work to our glutes and work into our hamstrings. We're going to come up to standing. I'll come sort of side on so you can see. We're going to see if we can drop down into a low squat. Now everyone's squat is going to be a different level. If you need to come into a froggy with your heels up, it looks like this. So you might have your heels off the ground, you might have your toes turned out. You might only be able to come down to here, just wherever you can get that's your lowest position. We're going to hold it here for a second, drop our hands, and then push up through the back of our legs, so straightening our legs. And then come back down, and then go back up. So join in when you're ready. So we're stretching out through our glutes, and then we're pushing up, straightening out through the back of the legs and hitting our hamstring. Again, you might not have your hands on the ground, you might have them here, you might have them here, as long as you feel that stretch. So we're going to go 3 more. So up, hold for a second, down, hold for a second, up, 1 more, up, and then slowly ease it up. So slowly roll the body up to standing, fantastic. Last move, the warm up, just going to open up through the shoulders. So some nice shoulder circles, join in when you're ready. So all the way forward, moving through that full range of motion. Whew. Good. Let's bring it back the way. So standing up nice and tall, rolling through those shoulders. Last one. Good, shake it off. So that's our full body warm up done. So we should be feeling a little warmer now. Heart rate should be coming up. We should be feeling warm in our joints and our muscles, ready to work out. We're going to start as we always do with our glutes. So our glutes are a really big muscle group, biggest muscle group in the body, strongest muscle group in the body. So we're going to start there because you won't get too tired. So we're going to come down for our activation. So every move that we do, every body part, we have an activation and then we have a move that challenges the muscle group. So for our activation, we're going to start lying down on our backs. So we have our shoulder blades pressed into the mat, lower back nice and neutral, pressed into the mat as well. Feet come up just an inch or 2 away from your bum. So with knees bent, feet on the ground. All we're going to do is push through the heels, tuck the pelvis under, and drive up into that glute bridge. So you're going to pull that bum up as high as you can, push up towards the ceiling. We're going to really tuck that pelvis under and use the glutes to keep you up. So hands are off, you can have the hands down, or you can hold them up if you want a little bit of a challenge. And we're just going to hold it here for about 30 seconds. So come up, and once you're all up, we're just going to hold it here. So keep squeezing through those glutes, keep pushing down through those heels, and we're really activating into the muscles. So you're going to really feel it switching on. It's going to feel quite tired. Keep pushing, keep it up. Try not to let yourself drop. Try and keep up nice and straight. We've got about another 10 seconds. Keep pushing, keep squeezing, keep tucking under. Keep actively trying to get further up if you can. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll it down, so release. Good, shake off those legs if you need to. We're going to do one more activation up here, another 30 seconds. We are going to come up, same position, tucking under, squeezing. This time, we're just going to butterfly the knees in and out. So if I turn around so you can see, so the knees just come in and out. So we're working on the abductors and the adductors, on the inside and outside of your thighs. So we're going to come up 30 seconds, butterfly out, and that's going to finish our activation. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. So keep squeezing. Try and keep getting that bum up towards the ceiling at the same time as you're opening and closing. So your feet should be hip width apart. And you'll really feel this. This one's going to hurt. Take the hands off if you need to. Have them down on the ground beside you if you'd rather. In 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back down. Good. So you're going to really feel that in the back of the bum. You're going to feel that activation, switching on those muscles. So now we know where we're working. We're going to come into our main moves. So bring it up to standing. You're going to feel a little bit achy. That's okay. It just means they're ready to work. We're going to do a tempo squat. So we're going to have our set stance. Now again, everyone's got a different squat position. Some people like it slightly wider, some people come a little bit narrower. Play about with it, get one that's comfortable for you. We're just going to come down. We're going to hold for 3 seconds and we're going to drive back up, and then we're going to release the heels and come into a calf raise. So we're working our bum and our calves. We need to brace our core nice and tight, so working compound movements, full body. So 1, 2, 3, up, hold, release. We're going to go for 10. Again, if you don't manage all 10 in the time, that's okay. I would rather you complete a few of these properly and feel it where you should be feeling it than rushing through them. So let's get ready for our first one. I'm going to count you up from 10. So we'll start with 1. So 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, up, calf raise, back, 1, 2, 3. This is number 2. Remember to lift those heels up. Number 3, holding it and then driving up, squeezing those glutes in, raising the heels. Number 4. Try and hold it on the heels for a little while if you can. If you can't come up onto the heels, just come up and squeeze those glutes. So just come up and squeeze the glutes in nice and tight, don't raise the heels. Good. This is number 6. Again, you might not be able to come as low as this. If you just want to come here, perfectly fine. Use your squat range. Hold, so driving into those glutes. This is 9. Up, hold, last one. 3, 2, 1, up, hold. Good. Shake off those legs. How is that feeling? It's a tough one. It's a good one. We're going to finish off through our glutes. We're just going to do a final move. We're going to come into our sumo squat. So toes turned out, feet nice and wide, knees nice and soft. We're going to drop down until we feel the stretch on the inside of our thighs, and we're just going to walk our heels up, pushing that emphasis back into the calf. So when you're ready, we're going to go for 30, so 15 either side. We're going to count quickly, don't worry. Bring it down. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chest is nice and straight. 9, 10. Shoulders down. 16. Halfway there. 20. 10 more. Keep pushing those glutes. 27, 28, 29, 30. Good. Bring it back up again. Walk those heels in. Oh, feeling that. So that's your glutes. We've done our activation. Grab a drink if you need to, by the way. We've done our activation and we've done our moves. So we're really feeling into those glutes. We're going to give them a rest now. We're going to bring it back down and we're going to work on the front of the legs. So we're going to work on our quads and then we're going to work on our hamstrings at the end. So bring it back down onto the floor. We're going to do our activation. So again, sitting onto those sit bones. Back nice and tall, hands come down to support. No slouching. Stand up nice and tall, sit up nice and tall. We're going to start with our right leg. We're going to lift. We're going to bring it out. We're going to bring it over, release and down. So when you bring it up, you're going to pull the kneecap in towards the hip. We're going to point the toes and we're going to try and hover it off the ground. That's going to work into our quad muscles. So we're going to do 3 on each side. So starting on the right, up, out, over, in and down. Remember to point those toes up towards your chin. Good. One more. And release. So on the left hand side, you can shake your legs out if you need to. We're going to go on the left for 3. So up, out, over, in and down. Up, out, over. Keep pulling that knee cut up. Keep pulling that toe over, out, over, in and down. Good. We're going to bring it back up to our feet. We're going to work on our quads first. So activation's turned on those muscles, they're ready to work. Our move is going to be a lunge with a knee. So we're going to plant our left foot. We're going to come and drop down. We're going to drop that knee to the ground if we can. And then we're going to drive the knee up, so we're going to use our core. So on the way down, we're using our quad. On the way up, use your core to draw that knee up. If you find that's too much, don't draw the knee up. Just do your lunges and tap the foot together. So we're going to start on the right hand side. We're going to do 10 on the right hand side, and then we'll do 10 on the left hand side. So set your stance, shoulders up, chest up nice and high, brace that core. Let's go for 10. 1, 2. So use those hands for balance. Good. One more. Up. Release. We're going to go on the left hand side. Can you all see me okay? Good. Right. So we're going to go on the left. So we're going to plant the right foot. We'll do the same again on the left. 10. So down. Up. So if you can kiss that knee onto the ground just for a second. Good. 5, so halfway there. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good, release. So, pressure on the calves. Shake them off if you need to. We're going to work on the back. So everything we do on the front, we try and do on the back as well to balance it out. We're going to go for our single leg deadlifts. So similar motion. We're going to have our feet hip width apart. Stand up nice and tall. We're going to hinge from the waist. So we're going to do a hinging motion. This is what it looks like. So the back stays straight. Imagine you've got a line drawn halfway through your body and you just hinge it. And as we do, we're going to have one foot. We can either have a V stance if you want a little bit easier. So we bring one foot back, we hinge, we reach down till we feel that stretch up the back, and then we come up straight and squeeze. So hinging, reaching down, bringing it up. If you want the challenge, we're going to release that back leg. We're going to come down and then draw it up again. So we're using the back of our legs to come down, our core to come back up again. Squeezing those glutes the whole time. 10 on each side, same as last time. So I'm going to start on my left side this time. So I'm going to plant my left foot, right foot comes back. Let's get ready for 10. 3, 2, 1. So reaching down and then drawing that knee through. So this is going to challenge your balance. It's going to challenge your stability. So you really need to think about what you're doing. Really focus, connect that mind to those muscles. Concentrate. You might lose your balance a little bit, you might be wobbly there. If you are, just tap your foot down in between. So just tap and then bring it up. Or remember you've got your V stance. So you can have that back foot down. Last one here. Good. We're going to switch it over, other side. So I'm going to plant my my right foot. Left foot comes back. And we're going to go for 10 on this side too. Are we ready? Let's go. So So you might find your balance is better on one side. Usually everyone's got one side that's slightly more stable than the other. So keep hinging from that waist, and you want to be feeling this down the back of that standing leg. Halfway there. Good. 3 more. This is 8, 9. Last one. 10. Whew. Good. Legs. Shake them up. Grab a drink. We are done with our lower body for now. Whew. So we're going to bring it up. Upper body. Come down to the mat. How are we feeling? Are we feeling okay? Are we feeling good? Good. We're going to bring it into our back and our chest. So we're going to start with our push-pull. So we've done this before. So all we're doing is activating through the back of the chest and into the back of the shoulder blades and into the pec muscles. So we're going to come into a push-up position on our knees. So on our knees, so the body weight comes forward over our hands, hands under shoulders. All we're going to do is squeeze the shoulder blades together and then separate and push through the hands. So chest lowers and then back pushes towards the ceiling. It's a really small move, so it looks kind of like this. So you're separating the shoulder blades and then pulling them together. Once you start doing it, if you haven't done it before, if you've been here before, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're new, you might not feel like you know what's going to happen, but just give it a go. And once you start, you're going to get the hang of it. So just pulling the chest through and then pushing the back up. We're just going to do 10. So hands under shoulders. You want to bring your knees back and bring the weight forward. So dropping the pelvis so the weight comes over the hands. You can either have the toes tucked under or flat on the ground. And we're just going to start by separating, so pulling it, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pulling the chest through, and then go the opposite way. So let's go 10. So down, and then push through is 1, 2. So push down through those hands. Halfway. So keep the arms nice and straight. This is number 8, 9, pushing that back away, 10. Good, come back. Release that chest, release that back, stretch it out. Fantastic. We are going to go for our push-up lowers. We've done these before. It's a variation on the push-up. So we're actually bringing the push-up back to basics and learning how to do the lowering phase. So the most important part is that lowering phase. You want to be nice and slow and controlled on the way down. We don't want to have any part of our body hitting the mat or anything else. So I've got a different variation this week. I will give you the original if you need an option. So we're going to do it on our knees. I don't want anyone up on their toes because we're really working on that lowering phase. So same stance again. So knees on the mat, weight comes over the front, hands are just slightly wider than shoulders, and we come down nice and slow, and then we hit the deck. We're going to reach our hands forward this time, bring them back, and then push up. So when our hands come down in a push up, you want them to come out and behind. So it's a 45-degree angle. So we don't come right up like this, we don't come right out like that, back towards the back of the body. Nice and slow and controlled. Your option, if you don't want to go fully out and come back, is to do our original push-up lower. This is where we come down, and then bring it back to the knees, and then release and go again. So that's your option. If you find that lowering completely and reaching out, and then coming back up is too much, that's your option. 2 options. Give it a go. Give the straight arm one a go. A little bit more challenging. See how many you can do. If you're struggling, bring it back to the option. Take a rest whenever you need it. So this is strengthening through our chest, through our pecs, and into the back of our shoulder blades. We're going to go for 10. So setting our stance, hands slightly wider than shoulders, brace that core, weight comes forward. Let's go for 10. So the lowering phase should be nice and slow. And then reach those hands up, return them, and push back up. Good. So nice and slow on the way down. Try to make sure you don't just flop down onto the mat. Nice and slow. Good. Let's keep going. Remember to take the option if you need to. 3 more. So nice and slow. Nice and controlled. Slide those hands up the mat. Push back up. Down. Release. 1 more. Oh. Good. Going to push back up. And then bring it back. Good. So walk your hands back, take out that back stretch. Release. Excellent. So you should be feeling quite tight across your chest. That means you're working hard. Grab that drink if you need it. Whew. Good. So that one's a challenging move. That one's a hard one. If you didn't manage to do all of them, that's absolutely fine. As long as you tried it and you really felt that lowering phase as the most important part, even if you did a couple, totally fine. Next week, you'll do some more. So that's our back and our chest. We're going to work into our shoulders now. So, shoulder activation. We're going to come and sit. I like to sit cross-legged so I can get a straighter back. If you want your feet out in front of you, whatever. Lower body doesn't matter too much here. So we're going to have a nice straight back. What we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we're being sandwiched between 2 bits of glass. So as if we're in like between double glazing. So one in front and one behind. So you've got to stay up nice and straight. We don't have any wiggle room to be slouching or moving forward. So nice and straight and tall. We're going to bring these hands up into our sort of double L position. So when we come up, you want to think about tucking the elbows under. So from here, when you come up normally, tuck the elbows under so they're parallel to the ground. That's going to switch on and activate your rotator cuff muscles, the back of your traps, the back of your lats. So you should feel already, you feel that pinch. All we're going to do is draw the hands up and then down to the waist. So if your back is straight and your elbows are tucked under, you're going to really feel that muscle sliding up and down, activating through the shoulders. So we're going to go for 10. So set your stance, squeeze everything in nice and tall between that glass. Let's go for 10. Up, down, up, and down. That's 2. So keep those elbows tucking in. Nice and slow and controlled. Number 5, halfway there. Good. So bring them right down to your waist when you come up. Squeeze those traps at the top. Keep the shoulders down. So we're not shrugging. Shoulders stay down and just push up. Excellent. 2 more. Last one. Down. Return. Good. So we're going to start switching on the shoulders. So you feel a little bit warmer now. You should have felt that pinching up into the top of those lats. We're going to bring it up. We're going to work on our YTLs. So what does YTL mean? Well, our body is the trunk of the letter. So for our Ys, we're going to do a little hip hinge. So remember our hip hinge, where we just hinge it from the hip, keeping the back straight. We're going to bring the hands up into a Y. And we're going to return them. Y, return, Y, return. That's our Y. We're going to do 10 of those. Our Ts, we're going to come up and squeeze, up. So when we come up, squeeze at the top, and then our Ls, we come up, we rotate, we come down, and we return. So our activation with our Ws, these are our Ls. So YTL, we're going to do 10 of each, and we're going to do them back to back. So 10, 10, 10. You're going to really feel this in your shoulders. It's an excellent, excellent body weight move. So starting with our Y. So feet under hips, knees nice and soft, straight body, hinge from that hip. Let's go for 10. 1, 2, 3. So really squeeze the shoulder muscles. 5, 9, 10. Straight into those T's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep squeezing. 9, 10. Good. L's. 1, 2. Feeling it. It's going to feel tiring. Keep going. Feel that ache in the shoulders. This is 6, 7, 3 more, 8, last 2, 9, last 1, 10. Good, come up, roll the shoulders. Give them a little shrug, release, roll them forward. Woo, good work. That one looks like it should be easy, but it's actually really, really challenging. So we are flying through this. We've got our arms and our abs to go. We're going to come down for our arms. We're going to do our activation for the back of our arms. So we've done this before. We're going to come up and sit on our sit bones again. We're going to have our feet bent in front of us. Nice, easy position, feet on the ground. We're going to bring our hands behind. So hands facing the body. Keep our chest up, so no collapsing, no slouching. Chest stays up. And all we're going to do, I'll come forward so you can see the full move, is just put the weight back into those elbows and then push up. So coming down, the weight goes into the triceps and we push back up to start position. We're going to go for 10. 10 of these, activating through the triceps, so bending, releasing. Are we ready? Get set up in 3, 2, 1. So keep that chest forward, keep that head up. Don't let the upper body collapse. 4, halfway. 5, if you want a little more, bum can come off. And we raise and lower. 3 more. 2, 1. And release. Good, so you should start feeling it up to the back of the triceps. So working into the arms, getting nice toned arms. We usually do our tricep push-ups. I know some people struggle with those, so we're going to do a slight different variation and see if you find that a little bit easier to get to grips with. So we're going to come onto our sides. We're just going to have our knees bent, nice easy position. And we're just going to go for a side push-up. So we just have our, so if you're on the left hand side, left hand comes down, right hand out the way. And we're just going to bend into that tricep and push up. So it's not, you're not putting as much body weight into it as you would with your tricep push-up. So hopefully you'll find it a little bit easier and be able to move through a few more reps. So we'll try it this week, see what the feedback is. So coming onto our side, knees are slightly bent. Try and pull your waist up towards the ceiling a little bit. Hand comes out just slightly further out in the shoulder. And we're going to go for 10 on the side. 3, 2, 1. So down and up. Good. 4. Halfway there nearly. This is 5. Good. So keep pushing through a nice flat palm. 3 more. And then we switch sides. 2 more. Last one. And up. Good. We're going to switch sides. So it doesn't feel like you're putting as much kind of effort into it, but you are still going to get those results because you are putting your body weight in through that tricep. So, same position on our side, knees bent, waist scoops up, hand comes out slightly further than shoulders. This hand can come out the way, it can support, it can be here, wherever's comfortable. And we're going to bend and do 10 on this side. Let's go. So the elbow's going to bend and then push back up, and you're using those arms the whole way. Good. Halfway. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Pushing up. Good. So hopefully that felt a little bit more sustainable for you. Hopefully you were able to move through more of those reps than you would with push-ups. We're just going to stretch out the triceps, so just bring the arm up behind, give it a little stretch out. release. Excellent. So our last section of the workout is going to be our abs. So abs and core. We are, as ever, going to start with our activation. We're going to do our plank saws. So I know people that started off are able to do a few more each week, so we're going to keep going. So a nice low plank. So our forearms come onto the ground, feet come up, keep that bum tucked in, keep that stomach pulled in nice and tight. And we're just going to go forward and back. So sawing the body forward and back. We're going to go for 10 saws. So forward and back is 1, 2, etc. So if you need to drop down on your knees, drop down on your knees at any point. Try and do a few on your toes and see how you get on. It's only 10. Let's get ready. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, stay with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, knees come down, release. So that's a really quick way to fire up those abs. You're going to really be feeling it, you know exactly where you're working. We're going to roll onto our backs, we're going to go for our main ab move. We're going to do our dead bugs. Again, we've done these before. We have our knees bent at 90 degrees, just forward a little bit. And we have our hands up. All that we do is we release opposite hand and foot and try and bring them flat down to the ground if we can. If this starts to hurt into your lower back, just tap the toe down instead. So that's your option. We're going to go for 20 in total, so 10 on each side. So pull that navel in towards the spine, press that lower back onto the mat, shoulder blades stay down, head stays down, nice and relaxed. Let's go. Keep it going. So nice and slow and controlled. This is 9, 10, so halfway there. So you should be feeling this into your abs every time you release down to the ground. You should feel that little stretch. 2 more on each side. Here's 19, last one, 20. Good. Grab behind the knees, roll up. Woo, we are challenging that core. Those abs are on fire. We're going to do our finisher. Every week we do our little finisher. This week we're going to progress it. We usually do 3. We're going to do 5. So this is our little bear holds. So we come into our hands and knee position. So nice tabletop position, nice and easy. What we do is we tuck the toes under and we come up so the knees are hovering off the ground. From here, we release a hand, a foot, and a foot. So we do it in order like a little circle. We brace our core nice and tight and we try and keep our body stable. So no wobbling about from side to side. Go at your own pace. We're going to do 5 complete circuits. So hand, foot, foot is 1. So 5 circuits. If you need to drop the knees down in between, drop the knees in between. This is going to challenge everything that we've worked on. Shoulders, chest, we need to have our core braced, we need to have strong legs. So it's a really good indicator to see how well we have worked and how much we have learned. So get ready. 5 full rotations. So pushing down to the palms of the hands, shoulder blades are nice and strong, back is straight. Squeeze out through those glutes, toes tucked under, and we come up. Let's go. So try and keep that body straight by bracing that core nice and tight. We make sure we don't wobble too much. I have 2 more to go, so go at your own pace. Last one. Good. If you're still working, keep working. Finish those 5 rotations. If you need to drop your knees in between, drop your knees in between. Keep that core braced. I'll give you a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, just stop what you're doing and relax. Get your breath back. Good. We are going to cool it down. So we're going to do a nice cool down. What we're going to do is we're going to come lying onto our backs. We're going and straight and tall, hands come overhead, feet push away, and just take a nice lying ab stretch. So try and pull the ribs up towards the ceiling, push the hips down towards the ground, stretching out nice and tall. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. So nice and slowly we're going to roll up. We're going to come into our 90-90 knee position. So we have 1 foot forward, 1 foot comes behind. We're just going to rotate the body and walk round. We're going to look towards that front knee. So just taking the rotation through the waist. If you want a little more, you're going to bring your forearms down and just stretch it out through the back. So keep pushing those knees down towards the ground. And then slowly walk it up. We're going to bring one hand back, one hand comes round, and we're going to stretch it towards the back knee. Just looking out over that back foot. And then unwind. We're going to switch the legs. So other foot comes forward, other foot goes back. Walk those hands round towards the front knee. Taking a little twist. If you want more, walk it down towards the ground, forearms on the ground. And just lay your body down across that front knee. Releasing through the hips, releasing through the back of those legs. And then walk it up. One hand comes back, one hand comes round. Whew. So keep stretching round. Bring the head round. And then release. Coming round. Excellent. What we're going to do is we're going to come into a child's pose. So we're going to stretch out the back. So separate the knees, toes come together, and we're just going to take it down into a nice easy child's pose. Head comes down, stretch out through that back. Just going to put some slightly more chill music on, give me a second. Right, so come up from your child's pose. We're going to slowly bring it up to our feet. So 1 foot at a time, we're going to bring it up. We're going to stretch out to the back of our legs. So we're going to bring our left foot forward, right foot comes back, bending that right leg, stretching out through the front of that left leg. When you're ready, bring the toe up. Good, and then other way. So left leg bends behind, right foot forward, and just raise that toe, stretching it through the back of that leg. Good. Come up, we're going to stretch out our shoulders. So bringing one hand over, just holding it above or below, stretch it over, and then bring it into a tricep stretch. So push down through the tricep, stretching at the back of that arm. Other side. Over we come. And then stretching out through the tricep. We're going to bring our feet nice and wide on the mat. We're going to drop our elbows onto our knees and then push up. So we're going to push our back up towards the ceiling, stretching out those glutes, stretching out that back. Just hold it here, let the head hang. Good. And then walking the toes in, just bring it up to standing, roll the shoulders. So give me some shoulder shrugs back the way. And then forwards, releasing everything. Just give a full body release, side to side. Whew. And then give yourself a big clap. Good work, guys. Really feeling that today. That was a tough workout. Hopefully you managed to keep up okay. Any questions, any queries, drop me a little comment and I'll come back to you. And we'll see you all Monday morning for box fit as usual at 10:30. We have Tabata, we have loads of great classes coming up as well next week. Keep an eye out for the timetable. Hope you enjoyed that. You can go enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend knowing that you've gotten in your full body workout now. Lovely to have you with me. I will see you soon. Bye bye.